If there were a scale for the evolution of the entire universe, where would humanity be on that scale? We have moved from fire to electricity, from crude tools to artificial intelligence. But on a cosmic scale, it's still just the beginning of an endless journey, the journey of mastering energy. This concept was formed in 1964 when Soviet astrophysicist Nikolai Kardashev posed the question: if there are advanced civilizations in the universe, how would we know their level of development? The answer lies in energy, the factor that determines all survival, technology, and knowledge. Kardashev proposed a scale with 3 levels based on the amount of energy a civilization could harness and use effectively. This is the Kardashev Scale, the greatest measure of intellectual evolution in the universe. Type 1 civilization, planetary civilization. A Type 1 civilization can harness all the available energy on its planet. This includes solar, wind, geothermal, tidal, and even nuclear energy. A Type 1 civilization can control the climate, oceans, earthquakes, storms, and volcanoes, transforming the entire planet into a managed ecosystem. To reach this level, a civilization would need to use approximately 10 to 116 watts of energy, equivalent to all the solar energy Earth receives each day. Humanity today, according to physicists Kip Thorne and Carl Sagan, is estimated to be around 0.73 on the Kardashev scale. This means we are still a few centuries, even millennia, away from a Type 1 civilization if we don't self-destruct before reaching it. A Type 1 civilization would no longer fight over resources, as their energy supply would be infinite. They would unite globally, learn to live harmoniously with the planet, and begin to look to the stars. Type 2 civilization, stellar civilization. If a Type 1 civilization masters a planet, then a Type 2 civilization is the master of a star. They can harness all the energy emitted by their central star, equivalent to 10 to the 26 watts, billions of times the energy humanity can currently generate. The most common way to imagine this is the Dyson sphere, a superstructure that surrounds a star, capturing all its energy. This structure was proposed by physicist Freeman Dyson in 1960, not as a science fiction hypothesis, but as a practical method for detecting advanced civilizations. If a Type 2 civilization exists, they could move planets, control cosmic weather, and use star energy for interstellar travel. Some unusual star signals detected by telescopes like Kepler, such as the dimming of star KIC 8462852, have led scientists to suspect that artificial star-scale structures might exist. Although no direct evidence has been found, just the idea has made humanity realize the immense gap between us and possible civilizations that may exist somewhere in the Milky Way. Type 3 civilization, galactic civilization. If Type 2 rules a star, Type 3 is the master of an entire galaxy. A Type 3 civilization could harness the energy of hundreds of billions of stars, equivalent to 10 to 36 watts, and control the structure of the entire Milky Way galaxy. A Type 3 civilization would travel between stars like we travel between countries, could control black holes, regenerate matter, and use energy from cosmic collisions. They wouldn't just explore space, but redesign it. If a Type 3 civilization exists, they might look at humanity the way we look at bacteria under a microscope: small, slow, and primitive. Perhaps, in the billions of galaxies out there are civilizations that have reached this level, but were not developed enough to recognize their signals. Humans dream of the stars, but we have only just touched the atmosphere. Out there, civilizations may already be controlling both light and time. The limits of these first 3 levels are just the starting point. After Kardashev introduced his scale, many physicists and cosmologists expanded it. For if the universe has hundreds of billions of galaxies, surely there exist civilizations that have gone beyond Type 3. Thus, hypotheses about Type 4 to Type 7 civilizations emerged, not only measured by energy, but also by the degree of control over the structure of reality. Type 4 civilization, universal civilization. A Type 4 civilization would have the ability to harness the energy of an entire galaxy or even the entire universe in which it exists. They could influence the space-time continuum, travel through alternate dimensions, convert matter into energy and vice versa, and manipulate black holes as tools of engineering. At this level, they would no longer rely on a specific star or galaxy. They could travel through space as we move between cities, creating space-time windows to go from one end of the universe to the other in an instant. Some modern theories in physics, like string theory or the multiverse theory, suggest that parallel spaces may exist. If a Type 4 civilization exists, they could manipulate energy at the cosmic level, create artificial universes, or connect parallel universes together, things humanity can only dream of writing in science fiction. Type 5 civilization, multiversal civilization. If Type 4 masters a universe, Type 5 transcends the boundaries of any single universe. They control the multiverse. Physicists call it the multiverse, where each universe may have its own physical constants, laws, and structures. A Type 5 civilization could create, alter, or destroy a universe at will, just as we rewrite a chapter in a book. For them, time is no longer a flow, but a dimension that can be bent. Matter, energy, and consciousness are simply different forms of the same being. If such a civilization exists, then divinity, as humanity has imagined it, could merely be a form of consciousness at the Type 5 level. Not magic, but science pushed to its ultimate limit. Type 6 civilization, super universal. Civilization Type 6 is a concept that is almost beyond expression with today's scientific language. At this level, civilization no longer exists in material form. They have merged completely into energy. There is no body, no planet, no spatial limitations. They exist as pure energy fields, spread everywhere, capable of creating matter at will or fading into nothingness. In human understanding, this is the level of universal consciousness, where knowledge and energy merge. If a Type 6 civilization exists, they could see the entire structure of reality at once, experiencing past, present, and future as a whole. Many ancient Eastern philosophies, such as Buddhism or Taoism, speak of the state of full consciousness, where all boundaries between subject and object dissolve. Interestingly, modern cosmology, when pushed to its limits, touches on this same idea, the universe as a self-aware system. Type 7 civilization, beyond all concepts. If there's a level higher than energy and consciousness, it would be Type 7, a state beyond all physical laws, all forms of existence. There is no energy to measure, no time to count. Here, every beginning and end are one. Perhaps, for us, this can only be perceived as the highest level of reality, where the existence of the universe is but a fleeting notion within an infinite being. Science cannot prove it, but human philosophy and belief have spoken of it for thousands of years, under various names: God, Brahman, the Great Self, or simply the Source. The evolutionary journey of consciousness. From Type 1 to Type 7, this journey is not just about controlling energy, but also about expanding awareness. A civilization cannot reach a high level without learning to harmonize rather than conquer, to understand rather than destroy. Energy is power, but consciousness is the direction of that power. Without consciousness, power leads only to destruction. As humanity is proving through war, climate change, and the depletion of resources. Perhaps what separates a 0.73 civilization from a Type 4 is not technology, but the wisdom to understand that we do not stand above the universe. We are a part of it. The universe can be seen as a network of light. Galaxies are connected by energy threads like neurons in the giant brain of reality. Every civilization, high or low, is just a small electrical pulse in that network, contributing to the endless heartbeat of the universe. Now, let's return to Earth, a tiny planet orbiting a medium star on the edge of a regular galaxy. Seen from afar, this planet is merely a faint speck of light in the endless sea of night. But for humanity, it is everything: our home, our memories, and what we call life. Humanity has existed for less than 1% of the time this planet has, and only in the past few centuries have we begun to understand our place in the universe. We have sent spacecraft beyond the solar system, measured the light from stars billions of light years away, but still haven't fully understood our own nature. Compared to the Kardashev Scale, we are only at 0.73, still almost completely dependent on fossil fuels, still letting natural energy pass by unused, still letting war and greed fragment our collective power. A civilization can only become Type 1 when the entire planet unites. No more borders, no more conflict over energy, no more ideologies that divide humanity's common knowledge. To achieve this, we must learn one skill more important than any technology: global cooperation. Without it, the planet's energy will be used for destruction rather than evolution. And if we fail, the evolutionary journey will stop right here. with a civilization that never progressed beyond type 0, from energy to consciousness. What makes the Kardashev scale interesting is not just that it measures energy, but that it contains a deeper law. Every step toward energy is accompanied by a step toward consciousness. A civilization can only manage the energy of its planet when it knows how to respect life on it. A civilization can only harness the energy of a star when it knows how to harmonize with the natural laws. And a civilization can only become type 4 or 7 when it has transcended the instinct of possession, to live with the universe rather than control it. Humanity stands at this crossroads, to evolve and harmonize or self-destruct in the chaos we have created. There are no enemies except ignorance and division. No star is further than the will of a civilization that knows how to unite. When looking at the entire Kardashev scale, we don't just see a measure of energy, we see a ladder of evolutionary consciousness. Type 1 understands the planet, Type 2 understands the star, Type 3 understands the galaxy, Type 4 understands the universe, Type 5 understands the multiverse, Type 6 understands energy, Type 7 understands itself. Each higher level is not just more energy, but a deeper understanding of the relationship between energy, life, and consciousness. Perhaps the universe is evolving itself through civilizations. Each civilization is a tool for the universe to understand itself. When we look at the sky, we are not just searching for extraterrestrial life, we are witnessing the universe's consciousness learning to recognize itself. If such advanced civilizations exist, why have we never heard from them? That's the Fermi paradox, the silence of the universe. While the probability of intelligent life is so large, perhaps they don't speak because we are not mature enough to understand their language. Perhaps they have transcended matter and no longer exist in a way we can detect. Or perhaps we are looking at a universe that has gone through countless cycles of birth and death, where civilizations come and go, leaving signals that light is still carrying to Earth millions of years late. The silence of the universe is not emptiness. It is a song too vast for our tiny ears to hear the melody. The universe can be likened to an infinite staircase. At each step, a civilization learns to control more energy, but at the same time must learn to control itself. Humanity is still at the first steps, awkward and vulnerable, but that's what makes this journey meaningful. Because every advanced civilization also began from a small planet, a weak light, and an unanswered question. If the universe truly has 7 levels of civilization, humanity has only taken the first step. But perhaps what makes us different is not our place on the scale, but our ability to look up and dream of the next steps. The storytelling slows down and the light of Earth fades in the frame. One day, when we know how to use the energy of the planet without destroying it, when we see light and darkness as part of ourselves, then perhaps the universe will look back and smile, knowing that the tiny speck of dust called humanity has learned to become light.